to Marantz Rantz. No advice on finance. Spin the wheel and take a chance. Get an NFT and a little education. The system got undertow. That knowledge is flotation. You wanna learn? Well, you came to right place. You're pumping AMC, might get slapped in the face. Get your due diligence. Know who the villain is. Don't be a sheep when the shepherd's carnivorous. So come learn, laugh, and maybe you win big. And listen up, y'all. The wheel is not rigged. Everybody get a chance in the live chat. Kyoto spin wheel, you win just like that. Retail fight back and this retail winning. Y'all just wait, man, this is just the beginning. All fellow simians, GME group singing the truth. We just chillin', infinity pool swimming. So welcome to Marantz Rantz. A lot of knowledge but no advice on finance. Don't even need pants, you can tune in naked like Henny the Mayo Man. Internet's most hated. Don't wanna lose your money, then it's time for you to listen. If you're ignorant, invest in AMC, a superstition. The stream about ready, they told us to don't dance. I do what I want. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. 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 Welcome to Marantz Rantz.
Yep. Welcome back. Welcome back to Marantz Rantz. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. It is true. You can use my name in any Chuck Norris joke, and it actually works. You know, I gave my father the talk about the birds and the bees. Yes, guys, welcome back. Welcome back to the greatest show on YouTube. I guess TikTok. I really don't do TikTok. I just have it on. But yes, absolutely, YouTube. We're out here. How the hell did that just happen? The world just ended. I don't know. A cup fell off my desk that I didn't even know existed. Anyway, guys, I'm happy you're here. I'm happy that we're back, and I know that we're looking at the stock. We're looking at some other things. It's Spanish Wednesday, but I have some tinfoil. And I know my boy out here, who was it that just said this? He said, Marantz, tinfoil without meat is not tinfoil at all. Was that Thundercat? Thundercat said, tinfoil with no meat serves no purpose. Hey. Well, let me give you a plate full of it, because I'm a little different than the next guy. Guys, whenever I do a little tinfoil, there tends to be some truth to it, but I'll let you decide. I don't decide it. I let you decide. How much of it have we gotten right? Well, you know, I did do an interview with the CEO of a little website called Drip. I was the first YouTuber to ever do that interview, right? Don't worry. We're still working on that partnership with Drip, and it's still happening even now. They already did work in a couple of stores at GameStop, but I'll leave it where it's at. I've got something different, something a little bit edgier, because I don't know how it happens. You know, I do sit back and I think about everything, like all the stuff you guys don't think about. I think about it all the time. I'm like, how did that happen? Like, how did we actually meet Bill Pulte? And how did he get on the cabinet with Trump? Right? How did we do that interview? How did I meet Martin Scarelli? How did I do that interview twice? How did I meet Ian Carroll? Hey, this guy who has 1 million followers on Twitter. You know, I've been on Twitter doing the whole truth-seeking thing for 4 years. My original Twitter account got blocked and banned. You guys know this. Why? No one ever gave me a reason. I got mass reported by AMC bots. That's the best I can come up with. Some guy tried to take credit for it, for getting me blocked and banned. Some nobody named Corey. And is that Corey's mom? Corey's mom, right behind me. I'm sorry, fat little pig. Anyway, so then I met a lot of other people, right? Like Noisy and Platinum and Red Chest Queen and Dan Olson and Hannah Reloaded and all these other YouTube personalities, people put in front of you. But then you're like, okay, people are finally catching on. Like, I have like 4,000 followers on Twitter. I have 13 here on YouTube, and I have 17 on TikTok. And how much truth do I have? I have all the truth. I have all the truth. I've gotten every single investment, batting 1,000. Hell, we can pick Alibaba, and it's popping through the roof right now. It's going, boom, great. Meta, the prop that it is, Super Microcomputers, Carvana, AMC, Bed Bath & Beyond, Big Lots, Rite Aid. Doesn't matter what you pick. Kohl's, GameStop, everything, right? Okay, hold on, guys. Here's my point. I'm this big in the internet. And these other platforms with millions of followers. Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate says, Marantz, let's do an interview. Marantz, let's partner up. Marantz, okay. Andrew Tate has 10 million followers. And yet he follows me. Your boy, hi, I'm suppressed. But somebody like Ian Carroll with 1 million TikTok followers, 1 million Twitter followers, and everything of YouTube, I don't even know, like maybe 50,000, but like, they just started. They just made a channel yesterday, like a year ago, started posting videos. So finally, another content creator comes out and says, hey, Marantz, well, it said to everybody, Ian Carroll's a Fed. He's an op. And I was like, hold up. I remember talking to Ian Carroll. And I remember this guy trying to come in to the whole chat and try to tell everybody that he wanted to. He goes, Marantz, this is what he told me. Well, hold on. How could I? Don't worry, guys. There's meat on the bone for this, okay? There's a lot going on. Let's go ahead and let's do it. Because, the one thing I do have in this world of the internet that I've been doing 3,000 videos online. Okay, can you imagine 3,000 videos? And they're hours long. How much time of my life, how much life do I put into this? Let's go check this out, though. I love this because people are finally figuring out. I'm going to let you watch this video, and then we're going to watch the new video.
Mr. Ian Carroll is lying on your boy. Y'all want to see a dead body? Let's go. So we'll start out here where Ian says Marantz is very concerned with other people stealing his DD. While I have never read or watched, not sure if he writes too, I intentionally turn downloads on my videos so other people can watch them, blah, 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 blah. So you say you've never watched me or read or whatever you say, right, Ian? All right. Here's Ian Carroll right here. Here's the video.
Good morning, guys. How's it going?
Ian.
Good. I'm just looking up AMH homes now.
No.
Yeah, there's your next.
Because that shit is right up my alley.
He's going to steal my DD there?
Down your row there. First off, Ian, let me introduce myself. My name is Marantz, and I do a lot of studying and investigating on private equity from the ground up.
Yeah, I've seen a bit of your stuff, man. It's great.
No way you've seen my stuff. What?
You're one of the few evidence-based people out here.
Yeah.
Or rather, you're one of the few video-based evidence-based people, I should say. Yeah, there's a lot of evidence-based people.
Well, a lot of people write things, right? Like Badass Trader writes a lot of things and does
Exactly.
So I'm trying to figure it out. You said you've seen my stuff, or have you not? We'll go again. So the next part Ian says is, believe it or not, have you ever heard of Superstock series called Billionaires Boys Club? I'm the one who told him about that. And then he says right here, believe it or not, Marantz is not the only one who researches GameStop. I have, in fact, never watched a full episode of Marantz, except for the hilarious one over here. Okay, cool, Ian. Is that what you think?
I don't think that's the one.
No, it's called Laser Haas. It's LAZAHAAS. If it's not there, I'll find it. It's not part of my Connect the Dots series. It's what inspired me to do Connect the Dots.
I just found it, yeah. Wall Street Whistleblower Laser Haas.
Yep, right there.
Cool. I'll save that.
That's a good one.
You'll save that. You used all the info from that for your interview you just did. Where you actually talk about Bain and Company and Toys R Us. And wait a minute, that's all Marantz's DD. I didn't even tell you about it.
To finish, if you understand what Badass Trader did initially, where he was penciling in what Adam Aaron was, where he came from, but I went all the way back.
You said Connect the Dots 17.
Part 17.
Yeah,
yes.
Apollo, Connect the Dots. Word, cool. Thanks, man.
And so that'll kind of tell you the story. And what that does is it.
Yeah, you took that one too, right? But you've never watched my DD. You don't even know who I am, apparently. And that's just a little bit of the truth, right? The little taste of truth. Because that video phone call that we did was an hour and a half of you exposing yourself of who you are. And then after I expose who you are, because you're the king grifter of them all, the liar, the manipulator of people, and you think people are going to I guess, like you. This is what you wrote to me, right? I'm just going to go look for it right here. Ian Carroll, watch this, bro. I keep so many receipts, bro. I don't even have to try. This is the novel you wrote to me to try to apologize for the way you sounded. No hard feelings, man, or hate. I'm just now seeing the stream, blah, blah, blah. People can read this, okay? And all you did was you apologized for the way the stream made you sound, the way the video call made you sound. People can slow that down and watch. You were worried about your image because you used the phrasing, well, first thing you says, you're too big to be canceled. That's the first thing you said. Second thing you asked was if GameStop elitists like myself and the rest of the crew that actually makes content on YouTube, Twitter, Reddit, all of it, thousands and thousands of videos, thousands and thousands of hours of research, and you wanted us to give you the answers, the keys to the castle. And you're saying, my platform's the biggest, I'm going to push it out there for you. And I asked you point blank, I said, hey, if you go ahead and take the information, the due diligence, are you at least going to give credit where credit's due? And you said what? Pay attention, guys, to what I asked Mr. Ian Carroll, the stiller of DD. Here's my biggest point. When you put out your information, and or when they do as well, do you credit your sources if you got it from somebody else other than yourself?
Yeah, it kind of depends on the type of who I got it from. If it's like someone did a whole dig and they fully inspired my dig and it's like I'm gonna go on it, then usually what I'll do is like, this dude did this incredible thing and I'm like, and you should go check him out, and I'm like digging deeper into that. If it's someone that sent me like a inside scoop, then I credit them as like they gave me this link. I'm not super worried about it when it's like everyone's kind of digging on, because a lot of what I do is sort of like way bigger, like the CIA is doing this thing or there's like this thing going on in this other country, and in those cases, if it's like everyone's talking about it, I don't really credit individual people if they're all talking about it. But when I get like, when I get specific information or I'm kind of like parroting what someone else has said, I try my best to always direct people to that person's feed and kind of credit them and big them up. And I've not been perfect about it, but I'm pretty fucking good about it.
Now you guys know why I'm upset. Because this young man took the due diligence. We gave him the keys to the castle, all the info in the world, and he refused to cite his source. Even now, when confronted, he doubles down with, well, everyone digs in on this. No, they don't. There's only one Connect the Dot series. There's only one person calling out private equity with the connection through GameStop. Only one person over the last 3.5 years. No one else. They can talk about Billionaire Boy Club. When that came out, it was just about Adam Aaron. AMC had nothing to do with GameStop. Who put it all together? Who did all the work? Not you, Ian Carroll. But you're over here talking about you put together a 10-minute video about the real battle between GameStop and what the real battle is. No, you took that and you stole it and you refused to give credit. And you even say it to yourself. I mean, I know where you got it from because I gave you all the clips and the videos. Go figure. Peace, thief.
Gaza, which a lot of people were doing, and they're
and we're going to be signing a very important
every now and then
deal today. It's
there is a content creator that appears out of nowhere and just automatically rises and surges very quickly, even though they are talking about controversial issues that have caused other people to either be even more suppressed or suspended or targeted. And I've always said before, whenever you see someone come out of nowhere and they have no name recognition, they're not a public figure, and they blow up very quickly, particularly on X, formerly known as Twitter, and they are heavily focusing on a controversial topic that has caused other creators to get suppressed or suspended, there is something up with that person. And the person that we're talking about tonight is Ian Carroll. This guy kind of came out of nowhere. If you're not on Twitter or if you're not on TikTok, you may not be as familiar. But many of us had been saying all along that we thought there was something up with this particular creator. I know a number of people that have been suspended. Garland Nixon has been locked out of his Twitter account by Twitter for months, still cannot get back into his Twitter account. Prominent voice there. I know a number of people that had their blue checks removed from Twitter for heavily talking about Israel and advocating for, solidarity for the Palestinian people. And I'm talking about accounts that solely talk about that. Well, Ian Carroll's account was no different. Ian Carroll started on TikTok and apparently did really well on TikTok. And all of a sudden comes over to Twitter talking about the same issues that these other accounts have been suspended or severely suppressed. And while they are being deflated, his account just all of a sudden starts continuing to grow tremendously to the point where he gets over 1 million subscribers on Twitter. Now, there are people that that are public figures who are on Twitter that don't have 1 million followers. Breonna Joy Gray doesn't have 1 million followers. Katie Halper doesn't have 1 million followers. Kyle Kalinske, I've double checked, but I don't think even Kyle Kalinske has 1 million followers on Twitter. And these are prominent names. These are people that, particularly if you're in the political YouTube space, you are very much aware of, and they are active on Twitter. So we get into this Ian Carroll situation, and we got to give a shout out here to Nico House because he broke this down like nobody's business. When we talk about shutting the door, we need to dive into these creators who come out of nowhere and all of a sudden are amplified quickly to get to 1 million followers. You always have to be suspicious about that. So Nico House broke this down for Hotspot. It seems like Trump's announcement to take over Gaza exposed the grift of journalist communicator Ian Carroll. Who is this guy? Where did he come from? Why did the algorithm boost a former pro-Palestine supporter to 1 million followers in a year? Is he a Fed? You be the judge. Let's go ahead and dive in. I think this is probably one of Nico's best. Check this out.
Trump's recent announcement to finish the ethnic cleansing of the Gaza Strip might have exposed something a little bit more sinister going on behind the scenes, like this weirdo Ian Carroll. Now, we all know Trump got those loyalists who, even if they're on the right side of an issue at a certain point, will flip the moment Trump takes the opposite side, like what Andrew Tate did here, and then block my boy Nick for calling him out for doing so. Basically, Nick calls him out for being a Trump meat writer because Tate said that he's gonna give Trump the benefit of the doubt without any logic, without any context or reason as to why we should give him the benefit of the doubt. And it's even more egregious because Andrew Tate has actually been firmly in the pro-Palestine camp. And it's
Pause there. Andrew Tate is one of the ones that he points out here. Yes, Andrew Tate did block my comrade Nick from RBN because what we have seen is, and we called this, that some of these accounts that were heavily, pro-Palestine and calling out Biden and Kamala during their administration about what is happening in Gaza. We had a prediction that some of these accounts were not going to do the same if Trump were to win. And we were right. And what Nick saw with Andrew Tate was that very same thing. Now, all of a sudden, Andrew Tate has no problem. Let's just sit back and wait and see what happens. No problem with Donald Trump saying the U.S. is going to take over Gaza. But he had a problem with Israel last year saying that they wanted all the Palestinians out and they wanted to take over Gaza. Now, all of a sudden, that it's under Trump's administration, they have no problem with that. Say whatever you want about me, but I've been consistent. When I criticized Israel under Biden and Kamala, I criticized Israel under Donald Trump's administration as well. When I criticized Biden and Kamala for their support of Israel, I've criticized Donald Trump for his support of Israel.
Their order. But I gotta be fair, it's not all MAGA people, because this guy, Ian Smith, was extremely critical of Trump's decisions.
To the oil and gas resources in the area, to defanging Israel and breaking their monopoly on the global narrative, to have an even more American military. He goes on to say that American military presence. So now all of a sudden, this account that was heavily against all this when Biden and Kamala were in office, now that Trump is in office and he's saying, yes, let's go ahead and take the land in Gaza. Now all of a sudden, he sees this as a good thing. Now, all of a sudden, military intervention is a good thing. Now, all of a sudden, land theft is a good thing. Now, all of a sudden, there's no problem with it. So what you're seeing, and people called this out last year. They were like, I think this dude could be an op. And it was pretty obvious to anyone that was paying attention. And so Nico even called it out then. He said, this man is an op. And I've said this before, guys. You do not grow on Twitter that quickly to 1 million subscribers with no name recognition. You just don't, unless somebody is helping you out. And that someone would be Elon Musk. It goes on.
I think ethnic cleansing is actually okay. He puts out a tweet and even a follow-up video saying that, yeah, man, we should definitely send troops to Gaza because that would stabilize the region. And also, this could have huge economic benefits for the United States. And also, I don't see another solution. How else are we going to stop the violence? Maybe Trump's plan isn't that bad. And I'm going to show you how easily that argument is deconstructed. But first, let's deconstruct Ian. Who the fuck is this man? Ian Carroll, who showed up to Twitter in May of 2023 out of nowhere with zero credentials and somehow amassed 1.1 million followers and is religiously promoted by the algorithm, despite previously being on the pro-Palestine side of the argument. And we know.
And another thing I want to point out, if you look at his page, it says follow the money, seek the truth. So he's on this, I'm trying to seek the truth and find out the truth, like, you know, like kind of energy. And there are people who are investigative journalists that actually do that, like Whitney Webb, right? Like she does that. She tries to find the truth. Glenn Greenwald tries to find the truth. The Gray Zone tries to find the truth. And then there's people like Ian who use that I'm trying to find the truth motto to run cover for protecting the goals on the right. Because if you're trying to get to the truth and you have an issue with military intervention and you have an issue with Palestinians losing their land, and if you have an issue with the pro-Israel argument, you would still have those issues regardless who was president of the United States. It's the people that make the pivot. And this is what I've been pointing to for quite some time. I told you guys, come Trump's presidency, you are going to see people make a shift. And it's funny because some people said, oh, that's going to be you guys at RBN are going to kiss Trump's ass and da-da-da and all this kind of stuff. And you're not even going to talk about Gaza. But we're still talking about it, not kissing his ass. And they're the ones who are making the pivot. So pay close attention to this. There are people that are purposely just trying to go in an angle where they can make a lot of money. And that's what this really comes down to.
Oh, being pro-Palestine generally gets you banned, suspended, or both, not boosted. Who is this Ian Carroll that has 1.7 million TikTok followers in a little bit over a year and has a bunch of impersonators also with damn near tens to hundreds of thousands of followers? Like this man is some well-known academic or researcher that everyone has been aware of for decades. Ian Carroll, who showed up out of nowhere in May of 2023, that ended up going on major podcasts immediately like Danny Jones. The dude gets invited to go on to Fox 11 Los Angeles to talk about the P. Diddy scandal. Dude is so present in the algorithm that he's literally getting reposted by Joe Rogan.
That one right there. This is the big mask off, right? Joe Rogan is reposting him, which Joe Rogan doesn't repost many people, especially someone you don't unknown. You know how many people have been in this space for years and have never been retweeted by Joe Rogan? Have never been even on Joe Rogan's show? I'm pretty sure if Ian keeps this up, it's probably heading in that direction. So people, these are the kind of things you have to start asking yourself. This person comes out of nowhere, jumps to 1 million subscribers while discussing Gaza, which a lot of people were doing, and they're being penalized for it, but he's not.
It's crazy. Like, I could play that whole video and I smile at it because they'll tell you Ian Carroll's a Fed. I have a whole different issue. This is why, like, I'm confused about, like, what I do for a living here on YouTube. I saw a YouTube channel grow at a rate that I couldn't explain, right? Like, Like my brother. My brother's massive. Like 200,000 on TikTok and another 20,000 instantly on YouTube before he didn't care about YouTube. He was like, oh, I'm there. But he was sports. It was a popular topic, and he did well for himself. I think Ian has true growth based off the fact that kids watch his shit. They're interested, or they're confused, or they're manipulated, right, by the facts. That's why I don't worry. Like, I don't really necessarily believe, like, look at all these fake. I've had people make multiple accounts of me other than me, like, reporting them and getting them blocked and banned and kicking them out. Like, I don't care, like, but that's not the case. That's not the issue here. I'm going to tell you my issue. See, I'd rather rock with 13,000, right, like we have, adults, investors, people that want to learn. I don't need teenagers clicking on the videos. I don't need, because these guys don't have a clue. Like, this is boring. I don't have the time to learn, connect the dots, and I don't even have money to invest. I want to buy a Starbucks. Like, those guys don't understand. They're out on the outside. I have a whole different issue that's very prevalent here for us. I saw PPC's show grow at a rate faster than anything I had seen. And I'm saying he's buying views, he's buying subs, or someone's pumping him, someone's backing him. I didn't understand it. I'm just watching. He had more viewers than subscribers. And I was like, well, that's not traditionally how it works on YouTube. Like, I've been here for a long time. I've watched growth. I watch a channel like Tony De Niro. Tony De Niro has 20-something thousand subscribers. He can't even hold 40 people in the chat. He goes live, no one shows up, right? I'm just like, what do you mean? The alert goes out, they see your videos, boom. I have people that don't even get the alerts. I have people that show up, and they're like, hey, where have you been? What's going on here? Right now, even today in this chat. But here's the part that's like, Bill Pulte walked into PPC's show. Bill Pulte put out $100,000 cash to promote and manipulate and to give a presence in the investment world. You're buying the interaction. They put Vivek Vinswamy on the stage. They put Ian Carroll on the stage. And that's the part that I want people to understand. Even PPC's on the stage. Have any of you ever requested time off from work? I saw a crowd of 500 people, 300 people gather and gaggle while Kais Malej, Michael, ABC, PPC's, Bill Pulte, Ian Carroll, everybody could gather on a date and a time and a location. And it didn't matter, their animals, their children, childcare, nope, house, nope, job, nope, nothing mattered. Do you know what I have to do to schedule a live stream? Just to go live. But they put Ian Carroll on the stage. And it was growing, but then I asked myself, why is it not growing? Like, why do these channels stop growing? Like, what happens? They just dead in the tracks. Mike the Marine was bigger than me at one point. He was growing. I was just like, okay, I'm going to keep going. They all just stop. Like, what do you mean? They still put out content? Yeah, they still make videos. Yeah, they still go live. Yeah, but they don't grow anymore? Then I looked at myself. And I've had to scratch and claw for all of it. But my question to everyone tonight, this morning and this evening, this afternoon, is how in the hell do they show up here? I have nothing to do with Bed Bath & Beyond. I have nothing to do with tinfoil of investing in failed companies. I'm straight fundamentals, and I'm straight GameStop, and I'm straight battling the miseducation of private equity. But then I reflect on what's happened to me over these last 4 years. The attacks, the personal attacks. I'm talking about professionally, personally. My YouTube channels being suppressed, the information. There's days where I'll have killer info and it just gets shot down. But nobody's going to Jackie's channel. The channel that's growing with misinformation and day trading and GameStop info. Nobody's going to that channel and trying to destroy the truth. We're the only channel that gets attacked. What is it? You don't like me? You couldn't steal DD from a guy like Jackie. He doesn't have any. But you can definitely steal what we do here. You can take it and try to make it your own. I ask you, Andrew Tate, Ian Carroll, Bill Pulte, you guys all have collectively maybe 15 million followers. Not one retweet. Not one. But you want to be on the platform. Why the hell is Andrew Tate following a guy with 3,000 followers, 4,000 followers? Why was I invited to talk to Ian Carroll? They just didn't know that I was going to record it and expose him. You see, the misconception is Marantz does things for views. I do it for the truth. I expose the truth in this world. And because I do it, it costs me everything. It costs me my creative outlet. At times, it might even try to cost you your marriage, your family, your job. I open up my DMs in Twitter, and they say things to me that no one else says. I'm going to tell you guys something. And whether you think it's tinfoil or you think it has no substance, I'll let you sit on it. GameStop, the company, has a couple of partnerships, unspoken partnerships on YouTube. GameStop is doing videos and interviews, and their employees are doing videos and interviews with a certain creator. His name is Lionheart. Lionheart has millions of followers. He has his own platform. Lionheart has his own app. Have you guys seen the app? It's called Rare Candy. Google it. It's in Dallas. The headquarters of GameStop is in Dallas. I know you guys think it's whatever, some little Grove town, whatever the hell the address is. It's Dallas. Lionheart is in Dallas. The videos are in Dallas. GameStop's in Dallas. The World Cup is in Dallas. Everything you look at, everything that's pushed out in front of you, every retweet, every picture taken, every contact, every connection. Hell, Almo lives in Dallas. Ruben lives in Dallas. My Cowboys are in Dallas. Luka got traded from Dallas. The universe talks to me, babe. I don't know what's next for GameStop. I just know that I own it. And you can't have it. I'm going to die on this hill. Guys, we have plenty to talk about today. Ian Carroll being a Fed is probably one of the things people believe, and that's fine. I have the question, why are the Feds in the chat? You can buy subscriptions. You can send super chats. You guys can do whatever you want to do. But I've had Feds here from the start. Suppression. You know, I've been trying to figure out why people do videos for 10 views. Like my kids told me when I first started, they said, Dad, you know, the average guy who puts a video up gets like 50 views, 100 views. And I was like, not me. Like, what? I said, not me. I said, we're going to do better than that. Because we're going to get the info out. We're going to get the truth out. But you know how like this lady that we were just watching, Saboteur, whatever her name is, she was like, she said, people change their stance based off of what's being done moving forward, because everyone's trying to find their grift. Everyone's trying to find their way to cash in on this info and this information and this movement. So if it's pro-Trump and you're pro-Trump and everyone's here, then you're a pro-Trumper. You know, I'm pro-Palestine, I'm pro-Israel, I'm pro-this, I'm pro-that, whatever you are. I've been the same guy since I started. The same guy. Just severely educated. So for like you guys to come into the chat and you guys go, hey, Marantz, like someone just came in chat and said, Jackie said, you don't know anything. You're ignorant. It was like, what don't I know anything about? I can be as ignorant as I want to be. I'm not going to manipulate veterans with a discount that didn't even defend my country. Let me explain to you, in case you forgot. Jackie's from Canada, and he was giving U.S. Army veterans discounts for his Discord. Oh, it's only $300. Only. He was celebrating Veterans Day by giving them a discount. You know, celebrating Veterans Day on a country he doesn't live in, it made me sick, dude. It made me sick. It was manipulating the moment. When I see grifters like this, when I see people, this is why I am the way I am. These guys buying puts on a position. I already told you, the hedge to your investments just might be going shopping at the damn store. That's the hedge to your investment. Go buy something. But hey, Feds are in the chat. Don't worry, you can't get in. All the money you've put on my table, I didn't take. Huh? I can't get Jeffrey Epstein. You can't do it to me. I don't find pleasure in the things you think that are going to give me pleasure. Money and sex? That's not value to me. That's value to a kid. That's value to a guy who's never had it. You guys don't believe it? First thing Bill Pulte did was, hey, I'll give you guys a helicopter ride to Twitter offices. We'll go do a tour of Twitter. Oh, this guy's got the connection. Yeah, with Elliot. We're going to get you some ice cream, some Miller Lite, and a helicopter ride. That's going to do it. I mean, this is the old, hey, can you help me find my lost dog? And I have a piece of candy. Would you like a piece of candy? Here, come over to this white van and jump inside of it. No windows on it. These guys have been taken for a ride. And all you feds out there, you don't think they infiltrate the chat? You don't think they're after? Man, guys, one day I'm going to write a book. And I encourage you to buy it. One day when I write this book about this whole journey. There is shit happening to this show, to me personally, that you guys have no idea. Maybe like 7 of you guys know behind the scenes of the show. 7, the 7 producers of the show. Other than that, you guys don't know. You don't know. You guys don't have a clue. And then the ones that do, those are the ones look at me and go like, bro, how do you do it? And I'm just looking at you. I'm just looking at you. I challenge you guys to live this life for a day. You'll fucking crumble. It's all good. I own GameStop. It gives me, this coat of armor. I'm just walking around. Pissed me off enough, right? You know, it's the crazy part. You can't buy me. You can't afford me. You tried. You've tried plenty of times. $90 a subscriber. $90 a subscriber is what I was offered. And if you don't know about that, I showed it on a live stream once. Or I sent it in the email to my guys, to my whole mod team. I said, guys, I'm not touching this shit. All of you, anyone. Oh, I need some money. Nope. I was offered $280,000 to move to Memphis. Nope. Sponsor. It doesn't matter. I know why Camelot exists. I know why these YouTubers exist and what they're doing. I know. It's been on the table. I showed you guys. Showed you the one interview where they go, you know what? They actually pay these damaging firms, these controlling firms. They pay money to promote stories and interaction and Twitter. And I was like, how the hell do I do it? AMC, watch this, guys. AMC Safe Space. You guys remember these interviews I did? AMC Safe Space? I would go to Twitter and I would hold a Spaces call. And I would call AMC Safe Space. And then you would have interaction with people, alleged people, and they would tell you how great AMC is. I mean, right now, AMC is being pumped. People are calling it a great investment. It's literally at 30 cents a share pre-split. Pre-reverse stock split. And you're telling me it's a good investment? They lose $1 billion a year, but it's a good investment? No. I was in Twitter Spaces calls with 1,000 people talking to me about how great AMC is. Here's the problem. Where in the fuck is Tara Bull? Tara Bull. That's her name. Not terrible. Terrible. It's terrible. Tara Bull does political Twitter. She's a Twitter girl. An Elliot Twitter girl who ended up on Fox News, who pumped out misinformation. Once the gig was up, and her OnlyFans and her tits and ass are out. Boom. She's doing Elon Musk and Jeffrey Epstein and Island Talk. And wait a minute, are you the female Ian Carroll? Are you the one that got exposed and we're not doing it anymore? I was there. I was offered, hello, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, everybody. I was offered a position on the show to hang out and speak with Terrible every day. We need you, Marantz, to come be a motivational speaker. You're going to get us pumped up. We're going to hold the stock. Or AMC, pump it out. I know you're a GameStop guy, but if you can just give AMC, blah, blah. They offered me a spot on the show, and I said no. Who was there? Who was there? Who was in this chat at the time when I was out there going, hold up, am I being played? Are you trying to manipulate me with sex? And the thought of being famous and rich? Terrible got retweeted by Elon Musk. I believe it. I believe it. I remember people. Hey, my point to that, by the way, guys, was that you could do an AMC safe space right now, and you won't get 2 people to show up. But we had 1,000. It was true. It was organic. It was real back then. Like what I was doing. But I gave up on Twitter the minute I found out the way the algorithm works. I saw this is not me. Like farm engaging. Like, no. Because there was no substance. You mean tell me I can get Twitter followers and retweets and everything? I just put up a picture of Roy and Kitty. Listen, put a picture of Roy and Kitty. And put GameStop 24/7. GameStop, Diamond Hands. Boom, 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 boom. Like, who are these people? Who's following me? So when I open up my DMs and people have like secret messages for me, Marantz, can you connect the dots between Rare Candy, Lionheart, and GameStop? And they're all in Dallas. World Cup's in Dallas. You saw that picture? AT&T Stadium. Yeah, that's where World Cup is. Yeah, that's where GameStop is. Oh, wait a minute. Two years ago, I was at work. And I saw a guy. And we were talking. We were shooting the shit. And there was this tennis tournament at the Indian Wells Tennis Gardens 2 years ago. Same month, this month, right now, February. And guy told me he was a bankruptcy lawyer. If I don't say one word to him, if I just let him walk away, I don't say anything, connect the dots doesn't exist. He told me, I had said, you're a bankruptcy lawyer. You got a lot of bankruptcies going on right now, don't you? And he was like, what do you mean? I said, well, like Bed Bath & Beyond, they're going to go bankrupt. He just looked at me like, how do you know? Like, what do you, who are you? Like, I study retail. But I want to know about bankruptcies. I'm trying to learn more. He said, oh, it's just a game we play. That's when he taught me what a chief restructuring officer was, a CRO. You see, I have to ask you guys questions like this. Like, if a closed mouth doesn't get fed, right? So how in the hell would these TikTok, Twitter people, YouTubers, how would they learn this Learn to look it up. Learn where to look if they don't ask questions. So it makes me wonder, like Ian Carroll, like what he did. He came into a Spaces call. He came into a Zoom call and said, hey guys, where's the dead bodies? Can you show me? Can you tell me? Can you give me the info and then I'll put it out there for you? When someone like that comes to you for info and they don't want to work for it and they just want the answers so that they can promote it and pump it, and here's where it is. The reason why I'm reluctant, the reason why I don't give out the info, the reason why I recorded them and exposed them, and this is why he ran away from the investment crowd, is because that person is going to try to control the message being said moving forward. Not going to let the information speak for itself. It's how they do it. I don't know if you guys ever watched their content and the info that they put out. All these feds. They control the narrative. And me, well, I put it together and I tell you what it is. Whether you believe it or not, that's one thing. But I'll tell you what. Kick back, watch. Just lean back, Fat Joe style, and watch it happen. Watch Kohl's systematically carve out every asset out of that company, the value of that company. Watch it happen. I called this out 3 years ago. 2 to 3 years ago, I said Kohl's is going bankrupt because of Macellum and Cura Legion Partners. And Cura plants people on board of directors. Macellum plants people on board of directors with the sole purpose of bankrupting the company. Nope, you cannot say that, Marantz. You can't prove that. Sugov just got appointed again to a distressed credit investment. I can't say that because the CROs are out there. The Holly Etlins are out there. The Dave Castins are out there. You know, little transition here. I saw Larry Chang put up a tweet. And Larry Chang said, ask me almost anything. AMA. AMAA. And he put on there, he said, please, if you're coming to a live stream, do not ask me questions about GameStop. I'm not going to answer them. And thank you for the free memberships in the chat. 5 free memberships. Appreciate you. Larry Chang answered my question. I asked a question in that chat. Larry Chang answered it. And it was the last question he took of the day for his interview. I only typed once in the chat. He read my question and he answered it. I didn't get a chance to record all of it. Let's see what I did record. I had hit it so fast. I was like, oh, damn, he's already answering. I wasn't ready.
Seattle to meet with Mark. Mark had been the founder and CEO of Zulip. Seattle to meet with Mark.
So I said, will you ever work with Mark Vadin again? He called his name Mark Vadan. And this was his answer to the Mark Vadan question.
Seattle to meet with Mark. Mark had been the founder and CEO of Zulily. And I sat down with him to see if he would be interested in joining the board of Chewy. And so walked him through a few slides and so forth at the Four Seasons in Seattle. And by the end of it, he was super interested and ultimately joined the board. I don't know if I will be working with Mark again because I'm not sure how active he is in investing, not because I wouldn't want to. I think he's a super smart guy and a good person. So I'd love to if the opportunity emerged. All right. I think we'll call that a day. Thank you so much for being with us, being with me. If you have any other ideas, this will post right after I end the live stream.
What he also said before he answered the question, he said, "Wow, I didn't know this question was going to be asked." It never crossed his mind to bring up Mark. You know, no one, there's not a single person out here that could claim they knew about Mark and that information and the partnership and the relationship, I should say, with Ryan Cohen. So when I hear people steal the idea and talk about it, it infuriates me because I know they don't have a way of explaining how they did it, like how they found it. That's why I call out all you stealers of DD. You can't tell me where your thought process originates from. It's like saying you wrote a song. You were inspired by what? You found the lyrics how? You played the music? I mean, what did you copy? The drum beats? Are you a producer? It just came to me. No. For the creative process on things, it just comes to me. But like I said, someone put it in my chat the other day about Drip. I wouldn't even known about Drip and the partnership with GameStop if the CEO of Drip didn't message me. I wouldn't know about Lionheart being in Dallas, Texas. Rare Candy, the app, somebody go look at it, being in Dallas, Texas. So is GameStop. You guys are going to love Rare Candy, by the way. Thanks, Ray. Appreciate that, man. Do you think they will do to Kohl's what they did to Michael's? Well, Michael's was a long, drawn-out thing. Still is. Apollo's been in Michael's for years. They planted their board of directors in there. Beryl Raff. Beryl Raff was on the board of directors for Michael's. She was also on the board of directors for Zales Jewelers, where she was the CEO. Sue Gove was the senior vice president of Zales Jewelers. So was Robert D. Nicola. He was also the CEO of GNC, Claire's, Linens and Things. Shocker! All bankrupt, all owned by Apollo. I don't know. 7K cards and shit. Elmo, they're good. Gonna get that Rare Candy app now. You're not gonna see this anywhere. You're not gonna see this information anywhere. You're just not. Let's talk about the charts. GameStop's $25 right now. $25.90, $26. On its way down to $23.50. Probably is. The lower it goes, the better. I'm not buying a single share today. I'm not buying a share today, tomorrow, or Friday. I'm not going to buy anything till maybe Wednesday if I buy anything. My money's tight. I'm dealing with the tax issue that I told you guys about for the last year. It's a property tax issue. It's an income tax issue. There's a lot of issues on taxes where I live. So I'll figure it out, this issue. And, my problems could be cured. My problems could be cured tomorrow. All I'd have to do is sell some shares. And I'm not a bag holder. You guys know I'm green. I could sell some shares. And the stress is gone. The sleepless nights are gone. You just go, what do I need? I've got it. I've saved it up. That's what it's there for. Life could be easy. Huh. Yeah, California sucks. Thank you. GameStop earnings report's coming out really soon. GameStop's earning report comes out next month. And I've had dreams of this moment. You guys are about to see what God can do for you. And I know I'm putting a timeline on it, but that's not what I'm doing. I don't need price action. I don't need validation from the stock market. I just want to watch it happen. It's a miracle. It is an absolute miracle. And if you don't believe in miracles, your whole life's a miracle, guys. You woke up one day, you clicked on the internet, and you found a video. That video brought you here. That live stream brought you here. That Google search brought you here. It got you into the investment of GameStop. Whether you were in it already or you just got into it now, you're still hanging on. You're still holding on. You're still educating yourself. You've learned more about life by watching this channel than you will anywhere else on the internet. Because when you're living it and you're recording it, it's really happening to you. Life's still happening. You're still blinking. You're still breathing. And bills are still collecting. Kids are still eating. Dogs are still shitting. But are you asleep? I want you to ask yourself this question. All of you out here who watch the show. Tell me over these last 4 years, do you live different now? Now that you watch the show, now that you understand the info, you understand the message and delivery, do you live different now? Because I do. I didn't watch one down, not one play of the Super Bowl. Not one. I remember when my life revolved around Laker games, Dallas Cowboy games, NFL, Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, video games, wow, the kids, whatever they're doing, friends, family, basketball, football. I'd be playing ball 3 nights a week. My life revolved around what's the next song I could find in my truck, bump it while I drive. I could feel good while I'm driving down the road. Haircuts and clothes. My life was so different. And what I found out was I had so much wasted potential. You know, when you live your life with regret and you say, I wish I would have done this when I was younger, or I wish I would have actually tried that. I'm fucking doing it. I wanted to do YouTube. I wanted to put out information. I wanted to learn. I feel very confident with what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and what I've done along the way. The growth is real. It's organic. The knowledge is real. It's teachable. I'm thankful. I'm forever thankful for GameStop. I'm forever thankful for you guys. The feds in the chat, thank you. You at least let me know I'm in the right spot. I'm right over the target. I'm right where I need to be. But my message to you, feds, meltdowners, non-believers, my message to you Watch what God's about to do. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop. GameStop. I'm still here, millionaires. Check out this chart. This is awesome. We're still within this wedge. We're still holding up tight. We look great. This is on the monthly chart. I've got plenty of months to live. I'm going to be okay. Next is going to be the weekly chart, God willing. Weekly chart, riding the trend line, looking great, opened up big, came out small down, open up. This is consolidation on a weekly chart. Remember what I tell you guys. This is a same pattern that I've seen so many times on so many different investments. To give you an example, I showed you what it looked like on Costco when I found it. When I found the wedge, I had found they're forming another one. This is going to be good. That's Super Microcomputers. That one's going to be good. But let's go to Costco. Costco stock. This was the wedge we're talking about right here. You can see it on the weekly. And this is what it looks like. You start from the top, you push down, and you still have support from higher lows. That right there has a breakout. Boom, and now it's gone and you can't catch it. When you see wedges like this, they're usually like 6 months, maybe a year. That's how big they are, and they can hold off. Well, let's go ahead and look at something like GameStop. GameStop with the same movement on these log chart, you see a massive wedge. Down, up, down, push down. The push down actually was here. This was the push down, okay? When it was pushing down, we didn't know where the bottom was. Because of the huge run-up, we didn't know where that bottom was. We know where the bottom is because we can run this out, now we do, all the way to previous highs. Previous highs, where it topped out, that was the bottom of this push down. So your support's there, pushing up, threw it right through the roof. Boom, out of the zone and in this next one, triangle. We held on for dear life. We're doing great. We're going to break out of the next one. And when we do, you're going to be up in this red zone that I went ahead and showed you. You'll get here within the next 2 years. No doubt you're going to be trading all the way up to $2,000 a share. Marantz, you can't say that. I just did. Now, I've seen these wedges. Let's go look at Alibaba. I called out Alibaba for being a great stock. I said that there's value here, okay? There's value in this investment. I looked at the balance sheet. I said it should be going up. I want to show you something, guys. If you are going to draw a line on this stock, I want to make sure I'm in the right spot. There we go. So I want to draw a trend line on Alibaba here. Pushed it down, okay? You found your support down here at 56. Found it. This is your triangle. That's a bullish pennant pushing down from the top. Everyone thinks the stock's going low. It's going low. No, there's support down here holding it up. It touched once, it bounced. Touched again, and it bounced. Got you out of the zone, and now it's going. And let me get rid of that one right there. I said I like Alibaba. Yeah, we like it so much that it's going, and it's gone. Retested, came through, broke through, and now it's at 118 and some change. It has all the room in the world to go, back up to get to 308 from 118, but this has true movement on a wedge at the bottom. It found its bottom and it's out. I love the investment. I do. GameStop found its bottom and it's out. We'll find it again. We'll see where we're headed. On the daily right here, you'll see that it's testing this blue line that it's riding, but it's right off the 200-day moving average. You'll see that it bounced off of the 200-day. That's the yellow line here. Get rid of this blue line for a second. There's the 200-day moving average. It bounced off of it, and it's gone. I don't know how hard this is to see, Jackie, but you can keep talking about your linear charts, and you can keep talking about your price action. You're not understanding what these investments are. I don't need to buy puts either. Let me tell you something about buying puts on your investment. Your long-term investment that you guys all claim. At the same token, he says he believes in MOAS. I believe in MOAS, and I believe this is an investment. Then explain the buying the put shit. Why am I protecting myself? from risk, as you call it. There's no risk. I'm 100% committed to this investment, and I think it's absolutely what I say it is. I think it is the next greatest investment of your lifetime. I believe that. I don't just say it. I am that. I support that. Jackie De La Grift. I don't know your real name, and I don't give a fuck. But when I go to GameStop, I look for figurines that look like your mother. That's what I do. I look for your mom in a toy box. Then I buy her, and I put her on my shelf. And I don't fill her ass up with pennies. Straight cash, homie. I'm putting dollars in that bitch. But I support your mother. I support lookalikes. I support the company. What do you do? A giveaway here and there for more interaction and more dollars you're going to charge for misinformation you're giving out. Don't worry, GameStop's the greatest investment. It's the only investment. $1 in GameStop is $1 wasted. $1 outside of GameStop is $1 wasted. There's only two types of investors in this world. GameStop investors and bitches like you that wish you were a GameStop investor. We know. A day trader, you might be. You might be. It's okay. Show you the chart again. Maybe you guys are going to miss out on this one. Maybe you're not. GameStop has a push down here on the weekly. You see him get pushed down. Don't worry. When that scale pushes down, it'll meet the road. The rubber will meet the road. I'll be here for it. Don't worry. GameStop coming in at 11.57 billion on market cap. Over 3 million shares traded back and forth. The volume is absolute zero. Zero. What are the chances that the housing market is going to go ahead and recuperate its losses? Zero. What are the chances that GameStop's going to go bankrupt? Zero. I'm going to give you the answer before I ask you the question. The answer is zero, okay? Watch this. What are the chances AMC is going to be a profitable company? Zero. What are the chances that these day traders are not going to regret the fact that they were selling covered calls when GameStop takes off with their Mo-ass event? Zero chances they're going to recover these damn covered calls. You guys are done. You guys are done. Your mentality's weak. You sit down to pee, kid. I could do this all damn day. I could do this all day. Beta males just get me riled up, bro. There's nothing better than an alpha beta. And I'm not talking the grocery store. You too young? You don't know that one? Oh, you weren't around. My bad, bro. What do they got in Canada? Why are these guys from Canada? Why? I have a real question. Why is every YouTuber that wants to promote day trading and investing into failed companies from Canada? I've yet to meet a successful day trader and investor from Canada. I've yet to meet one. Why do you want everyone to lose their money? The hedge funds that are short GameStop are from Canada. Why are the guys that infiltrate the chat and talk shit to me on Discord and wherever else to call me from, why are they only from Canada? Oh, Canada, my home, sweet home. The only good thing that ever came out of Canada, Sharon, Drake, hey Drake, and Justin Bieber. Maybe bacon. Maybe bacon. Never mind. Did I get a message while I was sitting there? I had got a message. Hold on. That was funny. Oh. Hold on, I got a message, guys. I apologize. I got a message. Spanish Wednesdays. If you guys are not familiar with Spanish Wednesdays on the chat here, I usually am off. But 51. What was the video that I played where it said 51's the new number or something? I forget. Oh, God. You guys are too much. I want her to scream, please, no tariffs. No tariffs. No tariffs. There's tariffs on the chat right now, guys. If you guys want to hang out with me, I put tariffs on the chat. Okay, auto delinquency loans, according to bar chart, auto delinquency loans hit a 14-year high, the highest level since the greater financial crisis, since the GFC. And then if you guys don't know, that was the housing crisis. So delinquency loans are at the highest they've ever been right now for automobile loans. I want you to know what that means for some people. One, auto loans, this is the problem that I'm having. Auto loans during the pandemic, auto loans were 0%. 0 to 2. Go look around. Go ask. How are people defaulting on those auto loans now? They're at 0%. There's something that you should know about the auto world. That when you guys have a loan and it's at 0% APR, you can move the payment to the end of the loan. Everybody knows this. You can skip a payment. Certain investment firms or certain financial firms will tell you you can do it up to 3 times a year. You can do it up to 3 times in the life of the loan. Whatever it may be, it doesn't matter. I don't know the rules for everyone. I'm just saying they have their own. You can move it to the end. Guys, when it's a 0% loan, you get no penalties. There's no penalty. There might be like a $25 surcharge fee, but there's no penalty of applied interest. When it's 0% loan, you literally can go, you know what? I don't want to make a payment this month. I'm not going to make one. Send it to the end. You don't pay any interest on that. So how are people defaulting? Why is it so high? You see, the number one auto dealer right now on the internet is Carvana. Carvana sells double the amount of cars that CarMax sells. Third would be Costco for their auto buying program. But Carvana is the number one. And if you're not familiar, Carvana bought out whole lots. You know, to have, and this is like the crazy part people don't like really factor in. If you're Carvana and you want to have cars, you have to have a place to put them. So they buy out these auto lots in Odessa, Texas, and in Oklahoma, I don't know where. But they have all their cars on someone's lot, on a piece of land somewhere. Hundreds of thousands of cars. There's no dealerships. There's Carvana. They got a vending machine here and there for optics, but Carvana has their cars in a lot somewhere. Wholesale, by the way. A lot of them are wholesale cars. They sell them for the auction, and they do all. Remember what I'm telling you? I'm telling you this for a reason. The reason why you're defaulting on these car loans is because they're bad loans. You guys went from 0%. Those 0% loans are being paid off right now. Within the next year or two, those cars are paid off. But those guys are looking for new cars. There's cars with maintenance issues and previous cars to that. If you bought an EV vehicle, you don't trade them in. There's no trade-in value on EV vehicles. No one wants to buy your old EV battery. So that's why Teslas have a very hard time. You can't buy a used Tesla. You can, but no one's going to want to. No one wants to buy a used Tesla. They go buy a new one or they don't buy one at all. You want the newest technology. You want it all. You don't want these old batteries. Lithium batteries, you got to pay $10,000 for a battery. It costs you more for the battery than it does the damn car. Here's the problem, America. Interest rates from 2022 to now accelerated the fastest they've ever done in the history of America in the last 40 years. Since 1981. those bad car deals are popping up. Interest rates of 7%, 8%, 5%. Those are some high car payments. And people are buying new cars for elevated pricing. And now your finance charges are catching up with you. Carvana has a bank that their board of directors are tied to. Their board of directors actually own another bank. Carvana, the company, on their board of directors has a young man. You may have known him as the vice president. His name is Dan Quayle. Dan Quayle is on the board of directors for Sybaris Capital, private equity. Sybaris Capital owned Ford Finance. Am I familiar? Is it Ford or GM? GM Finance. Who in turn changed their name in 2016 to Ally Financial. ALLY Financial. Ally Financial was owned by Sybaris Capital. Ally Financial has the direct partnership with Carvana, the bank, for all of their auto deals. It has been reported that Ally Financial is doing subprime loans for auto deals, meaning ninja loans. No income, no job, and you still get a loan on a car at an accelerated rate. Guys, we are not having a great run at this. No. The Fed is buying U.S. Treasuries with borrowed money. They're pumping U.S. Treasuries with borrowed money. Guys, they are making you think that this economy is churning, that we're doing great. But we all know, us Americans that are going to the store, we're not mad about eggs, goddammit. We're not mad about $7 eggs. We're mad about everything else that cost an increase. A candy bar, a Snickers candy bar is almost $3 at the gas station. I had a sweet tooth the other day. I said, "Oh man, I want a sweet snack. I want something. I want some candy." A pack of gum costs $3. A Snickers costs $3. Gas is so expensive at $4. Fuck you. No, it's not. A big gulp is still 79 cents at Circle K. 44-ounce drink, 79 cents. Easy, go get it. Soda's still cheap. Gas is still cheap. Milk is still cheap. Everything's expensive. My benchmark used to be the price of milk is the price of gas. I'm going to live okay. A gallon of gas, gallon of milk, same price. Still kind of the same. You know it's not? Everything else. And what's the first thing? What's the first thing that people will do when they can't make a payment? They'll skip out on their car payment. One, because they don't come take it from you the first day. You might be able to hide the car for a couple of weeks or months. You might be able to tell people, "Oh, I'm okay. Oh, no, I traded it in. I wanted to downgrade. I want to downsize." Remember what Mark Faber said? I did an interview with Mark Faber, 50 years in finance world. Mark Faber used to work for Drexel Burnham Lambert. Did an interview with him last month. Mark Faber says, Marantz, they're going to sell their gold and diamonds before they actually sell their cars. Because people want to keep up with appearances. You don't know they have gold. You don't know they should keep the gold. They should keep their shares. I'm in a rough spot right now. I've got a tax issue. I said, okay, I got to pay taxes in the state of California. I make a good amount of money. What can I afford? Oh, I could just sell my shares. There's my cash. I'll fix all my problems. I'm not selling my shares. You sell your house. They're called assets. Some appreciate, some depreciate. I'm going to get rid of the depreciating assets. I've got a truck that's almost paid off already. My truck was $37,000 when I first bought it. Has value of over $25,000, and I only owe like 1 year's worth of payments. Literally, I only owe maybe $6,000. I'm plus 20 grand in that truck. Give me the 20 grand cash. I'll go pay my issues. I'll take the next 10 grand and I'll go buy a hoopty and I'm okay. I'll go buy a Kia Forte. I don't even know what the hell I'll buy. And I don't care. I'm not trying to pick up girls. I'm not trying to hang out on the strip. Bump my shit. Nope. Matter of fact, I keep them away from me. I lock both doors when I'm driving. I have windows up. I drive in silence like a real man. You don't know that trick? Where you got to drive in silence, guys? Where you're just walking, you're just going down the road. You're just like, I need this clarity for a moment. No kids in the truck. No wife in the truck. No problems. Okay, boom. I get home last night. There's a sign on my door. I'm like, fuck, man. A damn thing with a sticker on my door. And I'm just like, what do you want? It says, there is a package at the post office. Certified package you must pick up. And I'm like, fuck it, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. Am I getting sued? Am I getting attacked again? Am I getting, threatened again? What is it? Because and it's from Texas, by the way. The package is from Texas. I haven't even gone to pick it up. I get it on my day off. I thought I was off. I got to go to work right now. I just got a message. I did 12 hours of work yesterday. Guys, when I say 12, I went at 11:30. I was home by 12. I got out at 11:30. 12 hours scrubbing floors. Oh, man. Driving a scrubber. Sweeping, wiping. I lived in a damn dirt storm, dude. It was one of those, what they call it, a haboob? A desert, like, I don't even know what it's called. Sandstorm? I'll never forget getting asked that question in Geography B. I was in the Geography B. I thought I was smart. Marantz, what is a sandstorm called? Sandstorm? Is it called a sandstorm? It was like, I remember the question, bros. I was like, this is some bullshit. I don't know, Mrs. Trailer. I don't know. It's okay. Rest her soul. It's I'm having a good day, guys. They tell me Ian Carroll's a Fed. I believe it. They tell me Kid Caribou in the chat is a Fed. Hey, kid, I like you, kid. I like you. You're a good man. You're always in the chat. You're always in the Discord. You participate more than any 70-year-old I've ever seen in my life. You see, my father's 60. My uncles are 60. I work with 70-year-olds. You told everybody you're 72. I'm having a hard time believing this shit, bro. The way you type, your patterns, and just how active you are in the chat, I've never seen anything like it. Kid Caribou, I want you. I'm not saying you're lying either, bro. It's just hard for me to believe. It's like when I tell people I'm 42 and my wife's going to be 50. I said, my wife's 48. They go, what? You're older than your wife? And I'm like, yeah. I go, no, I'm younger than my wife. You heard it wrong. I said, my wife's 40. I'm 42. I said, bro, you look 50. I was like, I know. Tonko Native told me. God. Yeah, my wife is way better looking than me. Whew, shit. Well, you guys got to see it in real life. Maybe you don't. Punk. I ever catch one of you dudes cutting the eye out. And I'm not a jealous man. I just do shit just to do shit. You guys, is there any men in here? It's hard. I'm sorry. Are there any men in here? You guys ever just like want to test yourself? Let me help you test yourself. I swear to God, I'll be right there. I'll be like, yeah, bro, what you want to do? Oh, you want to roll a little bit? Oh man, I tell you, I was at a wedding once. I tell you, man, I said I was going to say this story. Oh man, I got this story to tell you guys. It's good. Yeah, I know, Chris. I know she originally an OnlyFans girl. Did you go check out her website? Too bad, man. So anyway, this is a true story. Okay, I got two true stories to tell you guys. This really happened to me, and we were talking about it because I was talking to Almo last night on my drive home, and I said, "Yo, Almo, can you believe this shit?" I said, "They're mad at Elon Musk," and he's like, "Yeah, bro." I said, "They're mad at the auditor. They're not mad at the people doing the wrong shit. They're mad at the dude who's exposing it." I was like, "This reminds me of when I was 18." And he was like, "What?" I said, "Bro, I've been Elon Musk before. I know how he feels." Elon, listen to me. I know how you feel, bro. Can I tell you a true story? So, and I don't care. I'm going to use all the names, okay? I'm going to use all the names on this story because I don't give two shits. These people I don't talk to these people. They don't watch the show. Don't care. I'm a grown-ass man. Stop me when I lie. Stop me when I lie. So I'm 18 years old, rolling through the parking lot of the mall like every 18-year-old does. I'm in my girl's car. I'm not in it because I don't have a car. We were driving a black Honda Civic, and the back window, there was a sticker, and it said, "Daddy's girl." Yeah, she was. But I had wheels. It was a pink sticker. I didn't give a fuck. I was blasting music, right? I didn't care. I'm rolling through the parking lot, so you don't know who I am. You don't have any idea. And I saw this dude, boom, big old muscle-bound steroid freak walking through the parking lot, holding this little girl's hand. And I was just like, yo, is that Scott? That's Scott. I knew Scott. I said, that's Scott. Shit. He works at the Super Saver. He works at Food for Less. He's a cashier at the grocery store. I know Scott. That's not Scott's girl. Because Scott was dating my aunt. And I got respect for my tia. I'm not going to tell you her name. But my tia's out there pregnant from Scott. I'm 18. Call up my mom. I got one of them brick Motorola phones. Do. Hey, yo, mama. Mom. What? I just saw Scott at the mall holding hands in the parking lot. No, you didn't. Stop lying. Mom, I don't lie. Mom, what are you talking about? What are you doing at the mall? How are you driving around the mall? You don't worry, Mom. I got a car. I'm rolling around. Don't worry. I'm just telling you. I saw him, man. Believe me. Believe me. I go to my grandma's house where my aunt lives. Grandma, you ain't gonna believe what I saw. What was that, son? I saw Scott walking, holding hands with another girl at the mall. I saw him in the parking lot, Grandma. My grandma goes, oh. See, Grandma loves me. Grandma believes me. That's my Grandma Jessie. You know, she makes the Menudo champ. If you're in the Discord, you guys saw I posted the picture of her winning 1982 Riverside County Menudo Championship. I already told you, I grew up with the best Menudo in my life. That's the problem. That was a problem, guys. There's a gift and a curse. The gift is I never knew what bad Menudo tastes like until she died. Then I got people out here trying to give me their Menudo. And I'm like, what is this shit? This is gross. My grandma, oh my, rest her soul. Anyway, I'm right there, and I'm saying, Grandma, y'all don't know. I saw Scott. He was holding hands. My tia comes out, pregnant, okay? Pregnant. Looked at me and said, why are you lying? I'm spending my time, my gas money to come out here and expose the truth, and I'm lying? What? What'd I say? Huh? So sure enough, pressure's building. Remember, Scott's a big-ass guy. Big-ass boy. I'm right there. I saw you. What'd you say you saw? I saw you. My aunt hasn't said more than 3 words to me since that day. It's like I ruined her fairy tale life with the truth. And I don't give a shit. Don't give 2 fucks. Because I told you what was happening to you. I showed you what was happening to you. And you're mad that you couldn't live that life. I saved you and you wouldn't know it. Elon Musk is doing the same thing that I was doing. And these Democrats are full of shit. These Democrats are my aunt. I'm telling you right now, these Democrats defending the bullshit that's being done. I couldn't believe it. I joined the army. That's the hell with these people, man. They don't want to learn. They don't want to learn. Whatever. I caught that motherfucker. Yeah. Just like I caught you guys. UPS owes me money. I think I'm gonna put a post out. I'm gonna put a video up. And I'm gonna do it because if you guys don't know, I saved UPS thousands of dollars the other day. I stopped a guy. There was a dude. There was a train with a UPS container. A guy broke in and started throwing out all the packages of the UPS truck, throwing them out into the desert. He's about to collect thousands of dollars of merchandise. I called the sheriff. I called them all. I got the SWAT team out. I got everybody out there. Stop the train robbery. Yeah. UPS, I did that shit for you. What y'all do for me, man? Lose my Amazon package? I've been missing a computer for like a year now that I paid for and I got a refund. Well, it was a terrible 3 weeks, certainly for a YouTuber. UPS, I helped you out, bros. Don't worry, I'm going to post a video. Fuck it, I got clips. You know, I tell you these stories because they're true. I said I had 2 stories for you guys. My first story was I was going to tell you about my aunt. Now, they didn't like me for that. I had a second story. Damn. Well, I forgot it. Oh, well. Life goes on. I got to get going. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Scott, that punk ass. Cheating on my aunt, and I caught his ass. I caught you. And shout out to you guys. PSA partnership is more income for quarter 4 than quarter 3. Yes, absolutely. Oh, well, who are we arguing with? Ourselves? Who are these kids? Yeah, the world wants to be deceived. Oh, okay, cool. I don't know Latin. It says the world wants to be deceived, so let it be deceived. Yeah, cool. Oh, you'll push that up to corporate life? Wait, American, wait till I post a video, bro. Is your aunt an AMC investor? No. No, I love that lady. I really do love her. She just, she didn't have it. High Rider's in the chat. My boy High Rider. Bro, High Rider right here. I think High Rider gave me this cup, man, like three years ago. My first Marantz Rantz mug. Back in the day when this was my logo. It's still my logo, but I don't really have it up. High Rider's in the chat. I ain't seen High Rider in a minute, bro. Am I right on that, High Rider? You sent me that, right? Years ago, bro. Man, I got to think about what I wanted to tell you. I had another story. I had 2 stories, I said. Damn. Did I have the other one ready to go? It's in my head. Happens, bros. I can't remember. Can't remember. You know, I'm. That's how old I am. I can't remember shit. I've tried. I'll be like, yo, what was I saying? What? That's why I surprise myself when I'm a YouTuber like this, where like, you know, like I rant and I'm going and I'm like, people can't stop me. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. And then I go, what was I saying? About Elon? Was it about Elon? Nah. I mean, it's the same thing. Elon Musk and me, we're the same guy. Elon Musk is stopping corruption in America. I was stopping corruption at the mall. That's what that was. GameStop's going to be great. The earnings are going to be good. Somebody just texted me and told me they're shutting down stores. Some other stores. Whatever. I didn't care about that. Hey, wait till you hit 60, bro. Can't remember shit. Frank, I'm sorry, babe. I'm sorry. Oh, hey, something else, though. Something totally different. Super Microcomputers did not put out an earnings report. Shocker. Okay. Some guy out here saying that it's not really going to matter because NVIDIA is so much bigger than that. I don't think they understand how that NVIDIA is propped up off of CoreWeave. CoreWeave's number one customers are Super Microcomputers and Ablecom. So there's plenty of other stuff going on. Memory, second thing to go. Uh-oh. What's the first thing to go, Pam? What's the first thing to go, Pam? Okay. Pam, I'll prove it. Oh, man, let me. Tulsi Gabbard, whatever her name is. She was confirmed. Yes, I heard about that this morning. I also heard that DeepSeek is banned in 2 states already. Pretty cool. I have 2 to 3 UPS shares since 2018. Doing well. Thank you, Marantz. Who wants to tell him? A guy I know bought 3 shares of GameStop yesterday. Or today. He bought them today. 3 shares of GameStop. He goes, hey, man, I'm on. And I was like this. You and your $87, bro. You got it. They not like us. Stop it. Pam is wrong. They ain't going nowhere. Thank you. Ridiculous. You know, guys, I love you guys. I would share with you the good news for me professionally, but who cares? Nobody cares about what I do for a living. I'll just say that I'm still scrubbing toilets. Still sweeping the floors. He's a champion to buy 3 shares. I try to tell him. GameStop is the same from a value standpoint, just better and better and lower the price. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go to work. All right, I love everybody. Thank you, guys. I took out the trash. Came home the other night. Binks was on the roof. Binks was stuck on the roof. I already told you. I don't want to hear it. I hope he stays there. I'm going to let him out every chance I get. That's what I'm going to do. And the stocks are taking a dump. Are they really? I don't know. The stocks coming down? Well, they're going to say it's because Jerome Powell's speaking. Shout out to Trove for the thumbnail. I just want to thank Trove again for all the thumbnails he gives me and all the work he puts in behind the scenes. If you guys don't know Trove, when you see him, man, Trove is next level. You know, he's always working when you're not. Trove is a good man. U.S. banks are currently facing $329 billion in unrealized losses. What that is margin, okay? Banks don't really see the losses until they carry over. Those are carried interest. So they will eventually become profits as time goes on. More time that goes on, there's maturity in said securities, and there's yield in loans. So you'll see them, whether it be T-bills, T-notes, and or 30-year, the banks are going to be fine. They're collateralized, or they're I don't even know. It's they're hedged, right? They're hedged to that investment. So even though they're carrying over $3.29 or $329 billion worth of losses, that doesn't matter. Doesn't matter one bit. I saw Nvidia lose $600 billion in a day, and in turn, Meta gained the $600 billion they lost over the next 2 weeks. So round tripping. If you don't know, it's called chasing your tail. Round tripping. That's all we do as a country. We move money from one end to the other. And we call it gains and losses. We call it profit. The only one losing are the kids willing to take their money out because they're down. Just remember, we all live this thing called life. Make it a good one. Peace.